Cactus Jack, Dude Love, Mankind, whatever you call him, he's with us here on Morgan in the Morning. So many matches to talk about here in your time. How many of those times did you leave the ring, go back into Gorilla, and say, God, that was a stupid idea after you had a barbed wire to your head?
The very first time I got involved with barbed wire in Japan, I thought it was a stupid idea. And then I realized I was good at it. There is a surreal art form to it.
Sure.
And, I thought I worked pretty well. Some people work in watercolor oil. I work in barbed wire.
Save it. That's the quote of the interview. Interview over. Mick Foley here on Morgan in the Morning. So everyone loves talking about the infamous Hell in the Cell match, and I know that's such a precious memory, or for whatever you remember of Hell in the Cell, that is. You, Undertaker, on top of that steel cage, 1998, and then you just fall from the top of the cage onto the tables on the floor. Nobody ever saw something like that be done. Taker thought you were dead. Jerry Lawler thought you were dead. I thought you were dead. Was this something that you just did on a whim? Is this something that you practiced?
Well, it was definitely a suggestion that I made because The Undertaker and Shawn Michaels had engaged in the first ever Cell match, and they had a spectacular match. And I was just trying to think of something to live up to that would allow us to live up to that standard. And I've just, and along with Terry Funk, we came up with the idea of starting the match on top of the Cell.
Where would we be without Terry Funk? A little bit less violent. I mean, gosh, man. I'm going to be buying the WWE 2K23 game very soon. And the great thing about this is you can take pretty much any wrestler and have them wrestle yesterday's stars, today's stars. Mick, if you could wrestle anybody in the world, past and present, who would have been?
Well, I should have had a match with Hogan.
Yeah. You never did you?
No, never did. Did a couple interviews in ring with him, but never had the match. And then maybe Bray Wyatt in the old darker Mankind character from 96, 97.
I know this is like asking you who's your favorite child, but, we talked about your infamous Hell in the Cell match. Would you say that is your best match?
Calling the Cell match my best match would be like calling the Titanic the best cruise. So,
well, you got a point there. All right, so your favorite match.
Went wrong in that match. I had some other ones that were my favorites. Backlash with Randy Orton in 2004.
Mm-hmm.
Mind Games with Shawn Michaels in 1996. But everyone gets their own opportunity to pick their own favorite. So when I see people at the convention, they can feel free to tell me about theirs.
We can't wait to see a GalaxyCon in Richmond this weekend. All 3 days you can see Mick Foley and other celebrities as well, artwork, comic books, you name it, and wrestling. GalaxyCon.com. WWE Hall of Famer Mick Foley on Morgan in the Morning. Thank you for your time, sir.